Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cam's Collection. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the Luke Skywalker DX 6-scale figure by Hot Toys from Star Wars Mandalorian Season 2. Listen, I don't collect Star Wars, but this thing, it demands your presence. I'm telling you right now. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, guys, and we're back with the Luke Skywalker DX 6-scale figure. So anytime I display or review these figures, I like to give you guys a chance just to see it on the website. Today I picked Sideshow to use. There's many different websites, many different companies that you can actually purchase that are very credible and very trustworthy to buy from. But Sideshow was just my choice this time. So as we see, this figure is actually waitlisted right now. Not saying that you can't get it still. You might pay a little bit extra at a different location because it is waitlisted. That means that the popularity of this figure has skyrocketed and there's not really that many on hand. I mean, you can join that wait list and it might hit. It might come through. You might be able to purchase this figure, but if you need it now in your collection, best thing to do is shop around and see where the best price is. So just to check out this figure, I think it also had a payment plan on here, which is also great if you want to do it in installments. I believe they break it down to 3 or 4 3 or 4 payments at a time. So that really is super helpful. But just to give you a little bit about this, may the force be with you. In the finale in the latest season of Mandalorian, which was season 2, as we know at the time, we've already been through season 3. So that's how long it takes for these figures to be created, has excited Star Wars fans everywhere with the shocking appearance of Luke Skywalker in a combating the platoon of Dark Troopers with ease. Literally, he was slicing through these bad boys with butter. And like butter, may I say. And the great part about it is this figure actually comes with a Grogu. That is probably everyone gets a Grogu at this point. They're passing them out like Oprah's passing out cars, and I think it is insane, but also lovable and amazing at the same time. So let's just look at some of the photography on here, and they really captivated in these blogger photos. The essence of this scene, I can tell you now, and there is quite a bit of photoshopping in there, but with the head sculpt, that's exactly how it looks. And you'll see with the video as well later on, we're actually displaying the figure out of the box. It is pretty spot on for the most part. A lot of this part right here is smoke and mirrors, but the great part is that this background or this displayed background, it is a little photoshopped with the lighting around the actual figure, but that backdrop, you actually do get that with the DX figure. So I think that is amazing. A great addition to this piece that really just brings out how special this figure actually is. And one of the great things about it is this LED lightsaber right here. This thing, man, does it shine. I did not get a chance to actually plug up and add all the batteries to it, but when it is plugged up together, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. I can see a lot of people purchasing extra Dark Troopers with this actual figure because I think it's that special to just to be able to recreate this scene. It was such a monumental moment in the season 2 finale that this really speaks volume if you're able to purchase that. So I can look on here as well and see if they actually have Dark Troopers for sale still. I think that'd be really cool too, just to be able to add that as well. And they do, and they are not blue screen. Blue screen just means that they are at short supply and possibly will be going be sold out soon. So yeah, they do have these Dark Troopers as well, but I think it would be a great addition to anybody's collection. Added on with that melted, beat up Dark Trooper just to captivate that hallway scene that Luke Skywalker put on. But yeah, that's just a little addition or a little extra sneak peek. 260 is kind of steep. I'm pretty sure other places you can find it a lot cheaper. This is not something I would probably buy on the aftermarket or resale. I would be looking for it brand new because I still think I can work that down to 200 if you really shop around. So, you know what? Without further ado, let's go ahead and open up this box and check out what is inside. All right, guys, Lord and behold, we have the Luke Skywalker Star Wars Deluxe version from Hot Toys from the Mandalorian Season 2 that comes with Grogu as well as a half beaten up Dark Trooper. Man, I don't think this thing could come with very much more than this. Of course, there was the exclusive version that came with, I believe, Moff Gideon's hologram, of his ship. I think that's cool, but I mean, I could do away with it at this point. But when you're looking at this DX box, this thing is gigantic, and it literally is speaking volumes to me because they put so much time and effort just into the artistry of this box. I mean, of course, we have this amazing sleeve right here on the bottom that sh- shouts out literally Star Wars Luke Skywalker DX, and so you know exactly what you're getting here. But just even the artistry on the sides, as well as in the back, of course, it states DX on here, as well as some of the parts or companies that actually helped build this figure. And of course, it comes with a warning label. Got to be cautious with these figures at all times. And then on this far side of this box, it also comes with a little bit more graphics, which I think just takes this thing to the next level. So you know what? Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and open this figure up. Are finally at the moment of truth. We're gonna go ahead and open this start. Well, we're gonna start opening this bad boy up, and of course, we're gonna want to remove this graphic sleeve first, very gently. It is not super solid. Of course, it's just a sleeve, but it's beautifully artistried on the sides as well as in the front with the pictures of Grogu and Luke Skywalker together. And then we'll go ahead and take off the top of this actual box. And of course, it comes with more graphics inside. This is the DX23, and I am super excited to open this thing up. It honestly is just a process in itself. And the artistry that they put into this box really makes it a whole experience, I think, altogether. Um, but yeah, you know what? Let's give it a spin and let's see. So, of course, on the side, we got the DX23 Luke Skywalker deluxe version, 6 scale collectible figure by Star Wars. And of course, Disney has to put that stamp on it. The House of the Mouses does not play about their credit. So, of course, DX right up top. And then, of course, they have the warning signs, just like in the original sleeve of the box. And, of course, with the Hot Toys label as well. And then we have, of course, another label on the side with the Disney as well. And the way they really put that metallic Star Wars signature in there looks really good. All right, so what we'll do next is we're actually going to pull this out of its casing. Like I said, this thing is layered up to a T. They wanted to make sure that these figures came in pristine condition 100%. And the more layers that I unravel, I start to understand that the more and more we go. But yeah, another artistry graphic in here, but it's a captivated photo that's actually from the website, and it looks so good. And what we'll do is we're going to remove this very final piece right here that actually has a foam back to actually secure the figure in place. Of course, you can see a little grooves in there as well, meaning that the figure might have done a little bit of moving in the box, but that's all right because they double, triple, and quadruple stamp this thing to keep it in place. But you know what we're going to do further now? We see the Dark Trooper. We've got Grogu. And we've got Luke Skywalker. Let's go ahead and check out the accessories that comes in the bottom of this box. So we got the Luke Skywalker black cloak. We've got the crotch grabber. We've got assortment of batteries for the lightsaber. We've got a closed glove hand, halfway open gloved hand, the forearm holding lightsaber arm, as well as the rolling eyes key, gesturing open hand, gesturing closed gloved hand. We have a closed regular hand, holding a lightsaber regular hand, open regular hand, a gesturing open regular hand, as well as another open gloved hand. And then, of course, we have the typical base that comes with it, the swishing motion lightsaber, as well as 2 arm assortments for Grogu. We have the wrist pegs that are extra, as well as a lightsaber. So let's go ahead and check out our next piece. So, of course, right here we have the broken or beat up version of the Dark Trooper that comes as an accessory with the clear floating base, is what they call it. It gives it the illusion that Luke Skywalker is using the Force to actually hold this thing up. And the paint applications that they added to this thing with the metallic gray as well as with the shiny metallic black really set this bad boy off. We're going to take a closer look in a second just to show you how much flexibility or articulation you can actually do with this figure. Now, just to let you know, it's limited. It's not a main figure, it's just an accessory piece. So of course, you're not going to have that flexibility and motion that you would usually see within an actual 6 scale figure. But just looking at the deteriorating pieces and parts of how they made this thing look beat up looks so good. It does have a light up function that flickers likes to make it look like he's malfunctioning. I think that is the coolest aspect of this figure or this part of the figure. But it really just sets this whole DX off. I mean, just having this accessory here just makes so much sense to me. But yeah, let's check out the maneuverability of this arm. It is limited. The articulation is very limited in this thing. Goes up and down. Of course, at the forearm, it does not move. You see also at the neck base, it actually can rotate about 180 from left to right. Not really up and down motion, but we didn't expect too much. But of course, we do have that clear base, which I think is a nice touch as well. And of course, we have it, Mr. Cuteness itself, Grogu. This is actually one of my favorite parts of this whole entire figure, to be honest with you. The paint applications that they added to him, and this is the first time I'm seeing this little dude's feet. I thought it was mind blowing because I thought they would have just kept it as something he could stand on, but they really added that in there. And I'm surprised actually of how much maneuverability his neck can actually do and how much articulation his arms can do as well. They really put a great thought process into it. I mean, with that cloak that he's wearing is it's hard solid. It's not cloth at all. So I'm surprised at how much you can really get out of it. But honestly, they did a great job with this, and he is just so cute. How can you say no to getting one of these as almost like a free accessory in every Star Wars pack? But you know what? Enough about him. Let's go to the physique de resistance, Luke Skywalker. And here you have it. Luke Skywalker himself, the original Jedi for most of us, what we know as kids from the OT, the original trilogy. This would be a upgraded suit, I guess you could say, from his Return of the Jedi. But they captured the head sculpt of Mark Hamill so well. If we look at the updates throughout the years from what we've been receiving in the past 5 to 6 years to what they're doing now, it is literally out of this world. And for them to be adding these rolling eye effects into all these figures, I think is crazy. But you'll see right in the back here of this figure, these are the ball joints for the rolling eyes effect. I'm not going to say struggle, but I'm new to rolling eyes because I collect Marvel figures, and for this is something totally different. It does come with a magnet on top so that hair will stay in place no matter what type of move you're doing for him. It really has to be pulled off for it to be removed. Another thing about his outfit, I think his tunic really shined. And that signature belt that Luke has with every single outfit that he wears, I think is so dope. The articulation of his elbows are also double jointed, so you're getting a little bit more extension and moves out of it, which I thought was great. The only problem is I just kept thinking about wrinkling this outfit and how sharp and crisp it looked, as well as the knee joints are double jointed, so that gives you a little bit more articulation in the knees as well. And as well as the ankles are double ball jointed, so it gives you a little bit more extra pivot when you're doing extra power moves with that lightsaber. But honestly, they thought of everything with this figure at this point. It even has a little Velcro strap for the back of his belt. So if you're going to remove it or swap out some type of pieces, it's really not that hard to remove. His shirt is so crispy. I thought they took a little iron to it, to be honest with you, but it does pick up little pieces of lint. That's how fine tuned this figure actually is that black is a heavy matte black. And it's tough, but the neck does give great articulation. In the waist, it is a little tight due to the fact that, I mean, there is that belt there. But other than that, I don't see this thing being able to hold back any type of power pose that you're looking for this figure. But you know what time it is, guys? It's time for me to stop talking and time for us to start posing. Let's go. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Cam's Collection as we did the review of the Luke Skywalker DX 6-scale figure from Hot Toys. If you guys like more content and want to see more, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so you can be the first one to know about new content that I drop on a week-to-week basis. And if you also want to see more on movie reviews and figure reviews, go ahead and check me out at Big Gold Belt Media. They've got everything over there. They got pop culture news, WWE wrestling, movie reviews. I mean, the list goes on and on. But go ahead and check out my affiliate channel, Big Gold Belt Media. But like I said, that's going to be it for me today, guys. And thanks again for watching me here at Cam's Collection. Peace.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.